Well, let's unbox and take a look at Cosmos Flowers by LEGO Botanicals. This is set number 11514, contains 171 pieces, retails for $14.99, and this set was provided by the LEGO Group for review. Thank you, LEGO. And that's essentially what it is. We got several different types of flowers. I'm assuming these are the Cosmos flowers. I'm not really familiar with these. And yeah, it doesn't look too bad. And here's the back of the box. This looks like these are in a vase. This looks like we get to make one of each here. Maybe more, we don't know. And here is the dimensions of the flowers, which is 23.5 centimeters or 9 inches. So that's not too bad at all. And just by first impressions, well, these look pretty interesting. Alright, let's open this up and see what we have inside here. Now, how does one open one of these up? I don't see any way to push it in or whatever. Or maybe it's under the sticker. Well, we don't know. Well, I'm going to have to rip this one open here. So we'll see here. You know how maybe this might be a 20-minute unboxing. Yep, there it was right there. LEGO, that's really smart putting that there. But don't worry, you should be able to get it by now. And that was packed kind of tight. But I can use those. And that's the whole point about these unboxings here. So, looks like we have 3 numbered bags. Not too bad. And 3 16-stud long cross axles. And these are good for making foliage pieces or things that need a long span. And that's the building guide. Now, just from experience, usually these are separate flowers, so maybe 3 people can build this. And that's the parts list right there. And doesn't look like there's a brick separator. But I think we're going to be in for a really fun treat with this one. This shouldn't take too long. So head over to my second channel. We're going to build this set, come back and take a closer look. Here are the Cosmos flowers all assembled, and it's a very unique set. So we're going to take a look at each one of our flowers here as best as we can. They're pretty much all built the same way with different lengths of stems and stuff like that. This is my favorite here, followed by the pink one. And the petals do get a little out of adjustment. This is one odd set to review. It's kind of hard to hold on to this stuff. And we have one like this here with the bud on the end. Not too bad. I mean, look pretty cool. And yeah, and then we have these 2 here. Not sure what these are called. And no, I don't have a vase for them. I could not even find a small cup that was heavy enough that I wanted to put these in. There was just nothing around the house. Although this one here has a bug on it right there. Okay. And this is essentially what you get. You get 5 individual builds here with the 3 bags. So we're going to start the review with play value. These are just a display piece. These are not meant to be played with. They're just meant to just gawk at and look at and stuff. Not too bad. And yeah, the way these are facing right now, they're just, it's hard to review these. So there's not really a lot of play value with them. Build experience, on the other hand, was pretty fun. This was a very relaxing build, something different, not too bad. And build quality, you know, they're just your botanical set. They're nothing too special, you know, in terms of that. So these are meant to be combined with the other botanical sets. Now you do need a vase about 4 inches deep or something about 10 centimeters. And maybe no more than probably, I don't know, maybe about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches of an opening on the top. Or that would be roughly 5 centimeters to put these in. It's got to be something very heavy on the bottom if you're putting these in just by themselves. Because something like a plastic cup, these are just too heavy. But these, I think, are really meant to be put in with other botanical sets. And I wish LEGO would have provided us with something to put these in. Because just putting these like this alone, it's hard to find a vase small enough. So if you're trying to find something about the size of your fist, like that, would be fine. But honestly, though, if you're just looking for something to build with your wife, your husband, significant other, partner, this is it. I mean, there's one for everyone in the family here. So everybody could do that. You could all build one of your own models. So it's pretty cool there. It's a nice little group project. It's a very relaxing project. I just wish there was a vase or something to put these in. Now, there is no brick separator with this set, and if you put a piece in the wrong way, you're probably going to be pulling your hair out. So you may have to use a brick separator with this one. I have to give it a 9. It's priced right for $14.99 for 171 pieces, I believe. It's not that bad. It was a really fun little quick group build. This would be a great little group project. But other than that, though, I can only see a use that these would be great with other botanical sets. But honestly, if you're looking for a really fun, quick group project, here you go. But tell me what you think.